Hi everyone and welcome back. We're continuing to work on the login page of LearnBook. I got too excited today having the Figma files finally, so I'm doing a double shift today. This is a project actually that client-wise it's agreed that I'll do about 1 to 2 hours work a day maximum, to go sort of hand in hand with other projects that I'm doing. So I try to pace myself that way these days, rather than doing kind of fixed rate projects where I say, okay, I'll do the whole app for this much, I'll do this 10 pages for this much, and then I just have to manage my time the way I manage it. I started like that, thinking I could go really fast and that would be good for me, everybody would win, but with the amount of unforeseens that come along, with the amount of things that, oh, actually, what do we do about this, and oh, we're going to need to add something here, that ends up being really expensive for the developer to, because I'm the kind of person who can't just say, no, you said that's not, that wasn't in the original scope, so we just have to stick to it. I'm like, no, I want to give you what you want. So if you're, you decide mid-course that there's actually a special little feature that you want to add, or like ChatGPT has just become famous and so you want to add that into your app, well, I'd rather that we have an agreement to do an hourly amount every day or every month, and then just say it takes, like not as long as it takes, but it'll take, I predict, 2 months or 3 months, and then if something comes up, I'll say, oh, well then we need to go for another 2 weeks, and I find that that's easier to swallow than saying, yeah, actually you need another X thousand euros for that. People don't really take very well to that. So anyway, just explaining a little insight into how I'm working as a developer as well. So the last time we realized that we were trying to put together our component stack, and realized that we need to separate a bit out what we had before with login elements and sign up elements. So it's not a big deal actually that we had the log the user in, or which form was it that I was using? Oh, hang on. Yeah, the login and sign up component. So the login and sign up component already has login and sign up stuff in there, which is, whatever. But it's not a big deal. I mean, we could literally just take that out and just say, nope, no sign up form anymore. Like, oh, it's deleted? No, it's still a component ready to use somewhere else. So I still have the sign up form, and then in that is the sign the user up workflow. So nothing is lost. Yeah, it's all good. Just that we probably don't need the state node anymore. It's probably always going to be on login state, but that's okay. We don't need to worry about that too much right now. So if somebody's here and they click login, it takes them to this page, the login page, because whether they're a training organization or a teacher or whatever, as long as they have their email and password, then I can send them where they need to go. It's really only if they want to sign up that I need to send them to this page to be like, okay, you want to sign up, but it's a very different experience signing up as a teacher or a learner. Teachers are going to get access to the full dashboard with like create your lessons, create your learners. Obviously a learner should only have access to the learner dashboard, which would be a very simplified version that they would use to do their homework and stuff like that, to know where they are in their course. They're going to have one group and a bunch of lessons, whereas a teacher is going to have many groups and 10 times more lessons because they are creating their own lessons. So we can just quickly bash together the login page, because we already have a login form. We just need to modify it now to add this lovely orange banner at the top with the login bit, and then like a nice little return icon there at the top. So as we go back, so let's do that. Okay, so on this page, now here's something. I cleverly, no, stupidly, put this left menu on the main login page and put the component stack here, but that was actually a mistake because this page is the only one with the left part. All the other pages appear to have a top banner. So actually our component stack, I'm actually wondering in my head, should it be a component stack or a page router actually? Because it's not really that we need to pop components here. It's more that we need Well, no, it will, because I think okay, never mind. No, we're all right. We need it because this is one screen. Okay, it could be a page. It could be part of a page router. Because it's not pages like in Bubble where it's like a full, web address type thing. It's React, and so as much as I don't understand about anything about React framework, it's the way that React works that we have these kind of shadow elements that you'd call the shadow DOM. That it's not really like it, loads a whole new HTML document just because you change the page. It can actually kind of pop them in and out, almost like a component stack. But here it's like the teacher's going to sign up with their info, and then they're going to get a page saying, do you want to create a training organization? And if you do, then what training organization do you want to create? So there. What's interesting about this is conceptually, so user experience wise, is if you're signing up as a teacher, there could be a case. So there's two cases. There's a case where you're a lonely teacher. You're a solo teacher who you maybe have your own trading name, but like you work alone, you're a freelancer. And there could be the case where you sign up because your boss has told you to sign up, and so you want to sign up to the training organization to which you're a member. So the designer did this, which is like if you start typing in the name of your training organization, it's going to come up with a list of ones that already exist. Now, I have a feeling, knowing these kind of clients, that this won't fly, and that clients that we work with will say, I don't want my thing to appear in a list and any old teacher just to join my organization. So this is a discussion we'll have with the designer on Monday. I think this is probably not going to be a screen. I think the screen will be, I want to be a training organization. You can start your own one. Or I'm a teacher. Well, then you sign up solo, and later you can accept an invitation to join a training organization. So like, say I set up my training organization called Digital Language Bricks. And then you come in and you join as a teacher. And then one day I'm in touch with you and I'm like, oh, you use LearnBook too? Awesome. Do you want to come? I've got like work for you. Do you want to come and work with me? And I'll give you one of my learners and you can teach them and I'll pay you for it. Then I would invite you to join my organization. Or you would say, oh yeah, actually I need your help as well. At the moment I'm just on a freelancer account. Well, that's okay, because we'll make a training organization for a freelancer anyway, but we'll just make it like a solo organization for the beginning. Maybe if they say you're a training organization, we'll give them access to what's coming later, which is going to be an admin panel for training organizations where they have a bit more meta control over what's going on, managing teachers, those kind of things. So this could just simply be, they're kind of the same thing, both of them, but saying that you're a teacher initially gives you slightly less access, and maybe you have to turn on training organization mode to get access to this sort of manage your teacher screen, with the logic that you want to try not to overload people unnecessarily. If a teacher is just a freelance teacher and you show them this menu that has like manage your team and stuff, then that might unnecessarily stress them cognitively. And that's to be avoided. If it just, it might not, but just on the potential case that it would, let's just, not do that. Let's not potentially stress our users. So anyway, that's just what I'm thinking about. This part is you sign up as a teacher, you put in your deets, and then it'll say, do you want to create a training organization? If you're a training organization, then you can add one. And maybe I'll add an option saying, no, it's just me. I'm a freelancer. So either add a training organization or I'm just a freelancer. And so if you say, I'm a training organization, it maybe will automatically tell you that, maybe it automatically takes you here to the add a training organization window. And then, you have something here. Something like that. I don't think they're going to need to add multiple ones. So I think once they've done that, we'll probably say, okay, you've done that, great, move on. And later you can be invited to a new training organization. But I would say in the spirit of, I've learned the spirit of developing the first time. Version 1, just make something simple for version 1, knowing that you can add more things later. So the question of, but what if somebody is a freelancer but also runs a school and whatever, like that fringe case, leave it for version 2. Keep version 1 simple. Let's say that one teacher has one training organization, or they're just a freelancer, which in the database is still going to be a training organization, but they'll not see it like that. Because if they see this, if a freelancer sees this, they'll be like, oh, this is not me. I'm not a training organization, even though they technically are one. But it's the word organization, the terminology that would scare them. So I say, we make this an option. When you're just a teacher, then this is an option. Do you want to create one? Or just choose I'm a freelancer, and then you go through to the next stage. And if they choose I'm a freelancer, we skip this stage and just name the training organization with the name that they supplied us. So if it's Richard Osborne and they say I'm a freelancer, we'll just say the training organization is called Richard Osborne, and that's it. And later on they can modify it, and if they grow one day, they can modify that and add a different name to it or whatever, turn on the admin mode and all that stuff. So I think I've talked myself into having a good idea. The only thing I'm missing is the I am a learner screen. At the moment there isn't one. I think what I'm going to do, and I'm going to talk to the designer about that, is if I say I am a learner, it's going to say please contact your teacher. LearnBook is a platform for teachers to communicate with their learners. If you're a learner, please ask your teacher to send you an invite, and then you will be part of their training program, right? Again, there might be one day when a learner can sign up and say, I'm going to look for my own teacher, or I just want to do e-learning, I don't need a teacher. Yes, that's great. That could happen one day. Fabulous. But for V1, we just say teachers invite learners. Keep it really simple so that we don't have to develop 500 different things. That's what we would call scope creep. And I'm a terrible, terrible scope creep victim. I get scope creep every day, every minute of the day. I'm like, oh, but we could. And the last scope creep we had was we had got all the scope laid out. And then we were like, yeah, but what if you could use artificial intelligence to help you fill in your lesson plan, and it's like a chat and it looks like this and so got way too excited about it, and we're like, and that's when I was like with the client, I was like, yeah, we can add a couple of weeks of development to get this done. ChatGPT AI is very simple. This menu and chatbot thing is going to be a bit more complicated, but we sat and we brainstormed out a pretty good system for letting people chat in a very controlled way to ChatGPT to get it to help them to write lesson activities and study PDFs and links and things like that. So that was the last scope creep I actually let get through, but I'm normally pretty good at keeping out scope creep. So that's been a lot of talking to explain that we're going to do this and this. This is, that's what it's going to look like. And then this bit and this bit. And then this confirmation screen, and then validate. So we'll do these. Can we get 6 of those done in 40 minutes? Because I don't want this video to go longer than an hour. Let's find out. So, login screen. Go, go, go. I'm going to go fast this time now. Not really fast, but you know what I mean. So, what did we say? We want the login page left menu to be, I think, part of I was like, should I make the header a reusable across all of the groups? Yes, I will make the header a reusable across all groups. I will make the header a reusable, and then the header will know what current component is in the component stack. And if I click return, then the header will say, check the component stack. Where am I? Step 2. Okay, go back. I think that's probably the best way. Okay. because I'm sure the component stack outputs its current component, doesn't it? Top component name, stack depth, child index, this outputs the number of children the node has. No, so it doesn't output the, hang on, what does a component stack output, or can we make it output something? So screen position, no. Child index, the place the node has in relation to its parent, e.g. if a group has 3 children, the first child will have child index 0, the second child will have child index 1. Interesting. Let's try that. 0. I think that's probably just if I have multiple things stacked up in a row, then that's probably what that does. Top component name, the property. This property holds the name of the current component that is on the top of the stack. Aha! Current component on the top of the stack is teacher signup form. Nice. So why is that good? I'll tell you why. I'm gonna camel case this because I'm gonna use it in the code. Teacher sign. No, it's not teacher signup. What is it? Login. Login form. So probably need to fix that. No, it's okay. It's already fixed. Good. This one is, so we said login form, learner sign up form we don't have yet, but we'll just put it in camel case. Learner sign up, organization sign up, and welcome page, and then there's also teacher sign up. Teacher sign up, or what else did we have in the stack? So this is login, then we had teacher sign up, org sign up, pop up. So that's okay. We can pop the pop up out of the component stack. That's fine. Cool. I think that's all we need. So we get all those done, then we're good. We don't have a teacher sign up, do we? We have a sign up. Yes, so we're going to rename this sign user up. No, that's okay. Keep that. And then we're going to need sign up form. Yes. Sign up form might have to become, yeah, let's try that. Sign up form. Sign up form. Okay, I'll have a look at what that looks like just to test it out. So we're going to make the sign up form the default one, refresh it just to have a look. Yeah, now we're going to have to clean that up. It doesn't look like this at all. Or we didn't plan on it. Well, it's not bad. We're not far. I think we just need to make it like kind of constrained width, max width. Oh. Inside a box. Ah, yeah, okay, no. Because it's this. I need to make it a max width. What was the max width? 600 or something like that? I should go and check these values. And then center it. Yeah, good, better. What is it in here? I guess this is better responsively, putting name and first name and last name on top of each other. It's probably better responsively. And so this is 280 wide, 70. So 280 plus 70 is 350 plus 50, 350, 400. Sorry, it's only 400 wide actually. Max width 400. And I can squeeze down a little bit. It's actually okay, first name, last name next to each other like that. I don't know, I kind of prefer that. I think it's just easier to read. Anyway, we'll see. This CRA thing is a French thing. It's not business number. I don't think they need to put that in. If they're a teacher, we'll just leave that. And then photo, I like that idea. Put in a photo field. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place here. I haven't even got rid of the left menu yet. But I just wanted to get that sign up form working so we can use it in the component stack. So we're going to make a group called photo group, photo input, photo input has to have a photo, a picture, and a photo, picture and photo texts. So like a field kind of label texts, field label text, which is probably label small, no, label medium. Yeah, and then an image, and that is 100 by 100. Isn't that nice and clear? And I can just change that to pixels. Yeah. Cover needs to be horizontal, and oh yeah, it needs to be like at the same. Yeah, okay, let's do it the way the designer did it, because that's kind of how you should do your job, I think. So we're gonna have to change that first name input thing. We're gonna change the standard orange input. We're gonna edit that and say that that is a one without a label. And close. Okay, that changed some of them, but not all of them. Standard orange input. How come it's not taking the label away? Yeah, enable label is off. So do standard orange input. Okay, manually remove the label then, I guess. If I have to. And email as well. Whatever. We need to ungroup these. So we'll just take them out of the group. And then delete the group. Make them no longer 40 but 100% width. And now, are we going to put a text and an input everywhere? Text input, text input? No, of course not. Because if the designer has done it like this, then it means that there's probably several places that this standard is the case. So we need to make a new element. This is going to be a general element, so we're going to put it in global visual components, and we're going to call it standard input. Standard input is going to have the input. Well, we can just take an input and add a style to it, and then we're going to put the text next to it, and the text is going to be body, where is it, 14, body small, body small. This is going to be a horizontal group, and we need to have a min width of the text to be, she's got it at about, what's that there, 100 width plus 22, so 120 width. That sounds like good to start with, and if it starts like clipping and going on other lines, then we'll worry about that later. So that's going to be a fixed width of 120, and the text input is going to have a max width of 100. Let's just, well, yeah, leave it at 100, and then we'll just, that's the group that contains it that decides how wide it is. Let's put it that way, and we'll come back to it later if that's not the case. So this is the standard input. This is the input label. So I'm kind of making the same things that already exist in the text input, in the text input parameters, but I'm making my own version of it. And this is the input. This is the input. Now, one thing I wonder, so we need to have some inputs here. Whenever we call this element, it's going to want to know, what is my label? It's going to want to know, am I mounted? It's going to want to know, what's my initial content? It's going to want to know, I think, content type. I'm wondering if that's possible, but we'll see. It's going to want to know, what's my placeholder? So a lot of the things that we were already filling in for text input, we're just repeating them. It's not going to need much. Well, we'll see. We might want to put icons on there later, so we'll see about enable icon. Enable icon. icon value. It's starting to get messy, so let's put input group and what else? Global. So label is going to be global. No, it's input. Mounted is global. Where's input? Where'd it go? Okay. So icon value, enable icon, placeholder, content type, initial content, and then global is mounted, and label. There we go. So it just makes categories and makes it easier to look at and then when you're defining all these things. So mounted goes here. So you get these two categories. Mounted. Label goes to label text. And text input gets initial content, which is text. Content type. And that's what I'm wondering. Does that actually work? Can I set the content type? Did I miss it? Enable mount variable, background color opacity, text style font family, margin and padding, layout, dimensions. So we do have icon, enable icon. But we don't have content type, that sucks. Placement, dimensions. I have to ask the Noodle guys about that. What was it called in here? Type. Type. Oh yeah, look. Text type. Bim. Now, what kind of types there are, I don't know. So probably we should hook that up to a state, because otherwise we're gonna have to type it in by hand every time. This way we'll get a nice little drop-down menu that'll show us what kind of states we have. So text, email, password. I'm gonna just go with probably the same names that appear here. Actually, so let's do, did I say text or string? Text area, email, number, password. Text area, email, text area, number, password. I'm not going to do URL just yet because I can't see the use for that, to be honest. So text is the default. We don't need any values. We can just use the state names in this case. We're going to connect up content type to the state. It'll mean then that on the outside that you can only choose these states. So type, wonderful. Placeholder is placeholder. Enable icon is enable icon. So these are content types. And we're going to put another one here because at the moment of recording this video, doing icons is a pain. You kind of have to, I'll import something from another project afterwards. You have to use a function node that outputs an object that contains the icon name. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. But anyway, for now we'll do like this. So we're gonna do yeah. So icon's gonna be like, you know, just I want to do a few ones that I would normally use, like search. What else do you do in icons? Date, just in case you have a date picker maybe. Anyway, something like that. We'll do like this. I'm not gonna use it right now, but it's actually just setting it up for future possibilities. So if we hook the icon value up state, then we'll get to choose which state, and eventually I'll get the function that we need to put it into the text input, because I can't just put a name of an icon into the input. It doesn't work like that. What else did we have? Icon value placeholder. Okay, we're good. So then of course we need outputs. And that's going to be text output. Text output, and we'll do a text change just in case, because it's really handy sometimes to trigger events like checking the email is correct and stuff like that when the text has been changed in the input. And yeah, let's do that, text changed. Or maybe I'll put, so I almost always use a delay in between when the text is changed and when it says that the text has been changed, because if not, you get this firing every millisecond, and it's really like, I don't think it's good practice. If you have like an email, oh sorry, that email is not correct type thing, give the person a chance, give them like at least a second between when they finish typing and think about it. So like 1,000 milliseconds. So when I'll show you this in a minute, when we change the text, then it doesn't, if they still are typing, they're probably typing more than one letter per second, and so it will delay that. You know, it'll start the timer, and then say start it. Okay, start it again. Start it again. Start it again. Start it again. And then the person finally stops. They say okay, finish, and then it triggers the output value. So that would actually be my preference there. So now we need to get our standard input. Put it in here, and this is called first name. And that's kind of cool, but it doesn't look exactly right. Anyway, let me show you. So type something in here. Hello. Do you see how the finished one doesn't fire all the time? So if I keep typing, it in theory won't fire very often. It might fire sometimes, but hello, how are, oh, maybe I need to set it a bit longer than 1 second. Let's set it to 2 seconds. So for people who type a bit more slowly, hello, how are you today? It's firing every 2 seconds as I'm typing. That's fine, that'll do. See, 2 seconds. Okay, so that's good. First name, text output, first name. Nice. Now we just replace all the other ones. Oh, we need to do all the parameters. Look at our 2 nice categories as well that we typed up. So it is mounted, and the text is going to be, what was it? Oh, first name. It doesn't look great because it's not centered. Oops. So that is going to be all items centered. Better. Does that look like the thing? And what's her, on the inputs, what's her corner radius 6 and height 48. So let's copy that. It's nice because you can just change the input once then, instead of using different inputs everywhere. 48, it's true, it does look a bit nicer. And then, what did I say? 6, corner radius of 6. There we go, it's the 4 corner radius. It was looking a bit boxy. There we go. It's nice. And little differences like that I never even noticed, but that I know that makes it look smoother. So it's very nice. We can delete that. I tend to leave the things that I'm trying to replace in place, because then I see which Noodle connection was where, and sometimes I delete it and I forget about it. Like, oh, I don't remember where it was. So just do that for now. So text placeholder. Oh yeah, we need to change the placeholder text. Your first name. Icon value, we're not going to have one. But if I did enable icon, see? Nice. The icon value won't change anything, but at least we know it works. And we can change that to a password field. Nice. It works. It works. An email field. I don't know. Yeah. Text area. Oh no, it didn't work. Why does text area not work? Excuse me, why does text area? Oh, because the A is capital. Well, well, well. Would you just look at that? Type is text area. Hold on a sec. The great Noodle database of knowledge. No, it's not it. Where is it? Come on, brain. We found it earlier. No. There we go. Visual input properties. Bingo. What are we looking for? Text area. Oops. Ah, there. Yeah, text area. A multi-line text input, so it does say that's what it is. Well, anyway, we're gonna have to debug that another time. We were trying to go quickly tonight, and it's not going quick at all. So that's fine. No text areas for the moment. Well, hold on. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Just in case it might be so simple. Just that. Could it just be that? No, we'll be able to return to the line. We're at that. Shame, shame, shame. I'm sure there'll be a perfectly reasonable explanation, like it's an underscore. Welcome to my time wasting world. Yeah, I'll figure that out later. And this time I really will. I really will stop myself. There we go, done, right. So that was first name, and now we've got to go last name. Your last name. And last name goes to text output, goes to last name. Deleted. Email. Oops. Your email address. And this one we have input, and where's the text going here? Oh yes, I remember. It was, we did that just in case somebody had already typed in the email and somewhere else and it went in there, but I think we don't need that anymore because we're not switching so cleanly between the login and the sign up. So we'll just leave that for the moment as just going from email to the parent component object to inform the creation workflow that that's what the data is. All right, another input, please. This one is the password. password goes to password. Confirm your password. Oh yeah. Do we have that in here? Do we have that in our Figma? No, we don't. Should we confirm passwords? Probably not. I mean, I think it's a little bit outdated because they're so easy to do reset my password. So even if you've made a mistake, you can probably still get access to your password. So leave it like that for now. And now we need to fix this group. So this was going to be a text, photo, and it's going to say photo optional. Wow, I would say recommended. For teachers, it's really recommended to have a photo. It really helps learners to feel at ease. But that makes it too long. Dang it. Okay. What is optional? Optional shorter. Yeah. So then we need this to be at the same level as here. So this needs to also be, what was it, 120 width, fixed width of 120 pixels. Yeah, that was it, 120. And then everything has to be centered, please. And the photo has to be with, I would imagine, a very large, oh, that's a circle, with a very large mask around it. Of, yeah, border radius 100, that makes sense. What am I doing? Border radius 100, so it becomes a circle. There's no border at all, but we do want an image, and what we want is a default avatar. A default avatar. I think I have one of those. Just 2 seconds. And I'll look on my own computer secretly. Avatar. Ah yeah, blank avatar icon, got it. I got a free one from some stock image thing. So that is gonna come, you're gonna come with me, my friends. Columns. Yes. Blank avatar, and we just call it blank avatar, we don't need to call it with a big long code. Go. It's a bit big, blank avatar. 117 kilobytes, jeez oh. I'll just reduce that size, excuse me a second. Jeez oh jeez. Cheese and crackers, there we go, 17 kilobytes. See if it is a JPEG, yeah, blank avatar, small. Fine. So we got, where did the blank avatar small go? Okay. Yes. Okay, there, blank avatar small. Oops. Source. Blank avatar small. Ooh, pretty. What happens if they click the image then? Well, if they click this, it should open a file picker. So I click this and it'll open a file picker. Ta-da! And then afterwards we'll get it to hook up to an image and go to uploads, store that image for the user. Yeah, so we're going to make an uploads class in our database. It's our first class. Woohoo! I really like having an upload class. It just stores all uploads, and then I'll probably, farm out the actual storage to something like S3. But if I have my own upload class, it means I can store the file name, the file path, the file size, the file type, that sort of thing. Just store it as text instead of having to do a function to find out what it is every time or something like that. So it's going to be file name required, file path. It's going to be a string. I'm going to do the hard URL, and I'm also going to put in a cloud file. This is Noodle storage, but I'm not going to make it obligatory just in case. file. So store this as we're going to call it actually a Noodl cloud file. Noodle cloud file. And then if one day I add an S3 column, it'll be S3 file path or something like that. And that'll do for now. I'm not going to bother with file type and whatever. So I've got object ID is by default, updated at, created at by default. Access control list, super important, but we're going to get to that later. File name, file path, Noodle cloud file. Perfect. We're going to create our first data item. It's very exciting. Upload file. Now, there's a little problem with this. If I choose a file in my file picker that has parentheses or another unauthorized character, then when it gets to this step, upload file, and tries to go into the Noodle backend, which is on Parse, the open source platform Parse, the file will break it. It'll say, no, don't want to upload that. It's forbidden. So we need to sanitize the file name before we get there. I just need to very quickly have a look and see where that was, because it was Michael Cartner, the very kind Michael Cartner. File, yeah, it gave me the code to fix it. Here we go. Okay, and we're going to put a function here. And we're going to set the function. We want to do this, which is what Michael gave me. So inputs file name. So it takes the file name and then outputs a renamed file with inputs file as the file and the new name is the name and the file type that was already inputted as the file type. So that's we want that renamed file to be outputted. Now the one point that I added in here was to take we have to change the file name. So when we have that new name, we're going to put sanitized name, and we need to take new name and then apply some sort of regex to it, but I don't remember what it was. So let me just quickly ask ChatGPT for this. Oh yeah, no, I have it in here. I have it in here already. Excuse me a second. New chat. Okay, it wasn't a chat about French cheese. That was something else. Not that one. Not that one. Check validate format. Color items. Not that one. Hold on a sec. Nearly there. Window location. Not that one. Disable editor. Not that one. Come on, man. Ah, got it. Nope. Don't got it. That was a date thing. Is validate. No, not that. No. Nearly. Oh, I don't believe it. Come on, man. Ah, got it. Sorry, got it. Got it. Sorry, sitting around and waiting. Not fun. So it is. Oh yeah, I remember what I did. File name. New name equals file name. Replace. So it's so just using replace and a regular expression. This is what Michael Cartner gave me. He dug it out of the parse docs. as what the regular expression they use is, and so it's going to replace anything that doesn't fit in that you know, A to Z, small letters, A to Z, capital letters, 0 to 9 numbers, at, dot, tilde, underscore, and dash. Anything else is going to get replaced by an empty string. And then we'll output the new file that has this new name with the rest of the stuff that from the input. So this is really important. And this is the sanitize file name. So file picker, when a file comes into the file picker, it goes in here first, so it doesn't get bothered by all the parse stuff. And then that outputted file goes here, and that's it. So, and we're going to call that function on the success of the file picker, meaning somebody's chosen something. That's when that's successful. And then when this is successful, it's going to upload the file. So you've chosen something, it sanitizes the file name, it uploads the file, and then it creates a new record, which is an upload record. The file name is, the file name is equals rename. So the file name is this. New name, file name, yeah. New name, file name. And we want to know, after this, we want to know the absolute path of the file. Can we get the absolute path from the cloud file? No. So we're going to link it up to a cloud file node so we can get the path, because I would like the path, please. So the cloud file is the cloud file, and then this gives us access to the URL of the cloud file, which is the file path. And then the actual file itself goes directly in here into the Noodl cloud file field. And you might say that that's a lot of steps, but it's just to keep, I want to keep track of where the Noodl cloud file is, because I need to know what it is if I want to ever delete it. There's another point as well, which is about the name of the file. I'll put this actually in file name, because I think the name of the file comes with some sort of hash that's important if you want to delete the file later, because there's no native cloud file delete node as of making this video. You have to do it in a function, like noodle.file.delete or something like that, and you have to have the name of the file plus the hash, but you can ask in the community about that to get help with that. It's annoying because it's nice to be able to clear out your storage when you have a limited amount. So if the upload file is done, then it will, okay, cloud file doesn't have anything. And then when that is, so that's done, that gets the cloud file, and in theory that should be possible just to make that do. And it won't be too late if the cloud file gives its data straight away to the upload record node. Okay. So this is a lot of stuff, and it's gonna happen a lot that I do this. So what we really need is to put this, of course, into a logic component, and it should be a global logic component that we use everywhere, so that no matter when we upload a file, it always sanitizes the file name and does all of those things that we just said. And it's going to be a logic component. So it's a upload file. So the input is do. So open file picker, basically. Oh, we don't need that. Oh no, I took that away. Oops. Hang on. No, we're going to have to... Crap. Okay, take that back where it belongs, please. Here. Jeez, oh. Cheese and crackers. First name. Last name. Email. Password. Gotta be careful what you cut in the world of Noodle. Don't maybe cut as often as I do. Upload file goes here. So clicking on the photo will do this, and then the output. So the input is do, and that opens the file picker. and accept the file types as blank because we're accepting any file types. No, should probably do JPEG, PNG. Well, forget it. Let's hope people can figure that out by themselves. And we're gonna do an success signal. Yeah, that's fine. Success signal. And failure signal is gonna be a toast. So if this fails, then we're gonna say upload failed. Please try again. If the file picker, no, if this, that should be fine. If this fails, then that will output that. And this is just what it is. Okay, so there's a couple of things there that if they fail, we're going to output this failure toast. Nice. Okay. Let's do the upload as well. We want to know from the output, we want to know what the upload ID is. And possibly also what the file path is, because we want to put that straight into the image field afterwards. So the ID of the created upload, it goes to upload ID, and the absolute path we will give to the absolute path. Where did I put that? URL. The absolute path of the cloud file we'll give to the file path. So then back here we can say the absolute path goes to source set. So it actually sets the image source if there's a file uploaded. Is it going to work? Probably. I don't know. No, it doesn't. Because I click the photo and nothing happens. Probably because I need to refresh. No, probably because the app is broken. We need to exit and go back in. Nope. So we've actually created a problem. So not triggered. Ah, yeah, well, that would be funny if you hooked it up to the text instead of the image, wouldn't it? Click, do, genius. Like, yeah, it'll probably work. Whatever. I am a Facebook. This is probably bad putting a Facebook logo on YouTube. I'm going to get in trouble for that. And it appeared. So happy days. What we haven't got is this appearing in here. So image file, image upload. We're going to add the upload to the parent component. So the upload ID, the actual upload class item, will be what goes to the image upload. And then when you're clicking next outside of this form or in the form, whatever I decide to do, I haven't decided yet, then we will say set these values to create, to sign the user up. And their username is going to be their email. Their password is going to be their password. Their email is also going to be their email. Their first name is going to be their first name. Their last name is going to be their last name. And we're going to take our user and give them a photo column. So this is going to be a pointer, not a file, because we've put the file inside an upload class, and now we need to point. Pointer field means I have one unique ID, I'm pointing to that unique ID, and in the table, upload. As opposed to a relation where you can say, I'm pointing to multiple different things, and they are pointing to their own multiple different things, and we have this many-to-many relationship. This is a many-to-one relationship, so no, a one-to-one or a one-to-many relationship. Yeah, one-to-one or many-to-one. You can have many people who have the same upload in theory, pointing to the same place, or you have one person who's pointing to that upload and that's it. Okay, so pointer is pointing to upload, and we're going to call it photo. And that's it, and it's not required. photo pointer upload. Done. So then image upload, and it's going to have to be an ID that's recognized in the database as having been created as an upload. So that's great. And then, so in the end, we don't actually even need this parent component object. We could probably just use an object, but I'll keep it here anyway, just in case for the moment. So this would be then the button underneath sign up in the teacher sign up part. Yeah. So that says next, and it's nice and over to the right of the group. That's an interesting way to do it. So right aligned. It's a standard button. Do I not have any button styles? Wow. Okay, I should make some. Standard orange button, and we're going to put an icon on there because we can actually put the icon on the right, which is what she was suggesting. We're also going to make that, what did I say it was, 30 by 30 padding on the other button I did. Something like that. Yeah, 300, that's a good idea. Nope. The icon is a right arrow. Make it a wee bit bigger. What did she put it at? Oh, I'm not in the Figma. Oops. Ah, no, it's just another call to action button. Okay, well that must be, I don't know. That must be a bit bigger than this, twice the size of that. Oh no, this is spacing. Up it. 30. Oh, it's a bit too big. 24. Something like that. It's not bad. Next. So already sign them up when they do that. However, I wonder, I might not sign them up straight away. Maybe I wait until they actually define their training organization to sign them up. But no, I think I like it like this. I think it'll be like if you accidentally leave at this point, then when you come back and try to sign up again, it'll like say, oh, pick up where you left off and put you in this screen where we choose the training organization instead. I think that's good. Okay, did I get the spacing right? 20 spacing. 20 spacing. Oh, nice. Okay, it's looking good. Yeah, good. So we have to get that orange thing on the top. I'll do that next time. Double check that that button is actually right. And just worried about every little thing. Corner radius, anybody? Anybody at all? Yeah, what's that corner radius? Probably, I guess it's going to be the same as the fields to make it coherent, and we did say the fields was 8, if I remember right. Let's go and check. 6, excuse me. Corner radius 6, that's why it doesn't look right. Nice. All right, and let's also save this. Oh yeah, geez, look, field. We need some toasts here. We have an error message as well, so let's actually say, oops. We're going to put that string mapper again. String format, did I do that before in the LearnBook tutorials? String format means I can string different things together with placeholders, so I can say something went wrong and then double point error message in braces, and then that will make error message an input. So I can have the error from here go into the error message input, and then it'll say, oops, something went wrong, bad or missing username, because the error was bad or missing username. And then that becomes the toast text. And then it's a error, it's a warning text. I don't like putting errors unless there's something really dangerous, like payment didn't go through or something like that. So yeah, if it fails, then it's going to show that toast. Oops, bad or missing username. Nice, nice, nice. Oh yes, I wanted to save this as a variant. So it's going to be called orange button right icon. Nice. Oh, look at that. Oh dear. Purple? No, thank you. Edit variant. So we actually have the hover state to change from purple to, let's say, orange, but more transparent. And then the pressed state is also orange, but even more transparent. And the focus state, well, we don't have a focus state, and the disabled state is gray. Looks okay. A bit darker maybe. Okay, good. That's nice. Pressed, yeah, that's good. Nice, nice, nice. Starting to come together. And it's very, very elegant, isn't it? Instead of making things all messy all over the place. I like it. I like the upload file thing. That's the first time I've done that as a logic component. But it's just from a previous project learning the importance of that sanitizing file name thing and the importance of storing all the data possible in the storing all the data possible in here. I'm going to find out about that hash thing as well, because I do want to be able to delete the files. It could be part of that whole file path thing that we're looking at there. I will check that, because look, there is a, look, there is a hash there. It's this whole thing here, 72dbbb blah blah blah, underscore, and then it gives me the file name. Ooh, ChatGPT, can you give me a regular expression to extract everything after the last slash in this URL, please? Nice little regular expression, thank you. I'm gonna paste that in. Sorry, I was gonna be done there, but I'm not done yet. So, because this is really important for, like I said, super important for being able to delete files later. File, this is necessary. File name hash. Yes. Okay, so expression takes the cloud file URL. Oops. Cloud file URL dot match. Can't remember if this works or not. It might not. And then this. Oops. No. So it says to do. Oh no, it needs to be a function. Dang it. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh no, it actually does work in the match. So it says to do that. Yeah, no, it didn't work. Don't think. URL. URL comes out of that. Oh, it does work. It does work. 72bb, yeah, that's it. Nice little expression. Extract file hash, file name plus hash. Nice. So file name hash, yeah, there we go. And so now I've got a nice little tidy upload thing that has all the data I could ever possibly need in there to then delete the file later, and we'll talk about deleting files later. Good God, I didn't go very fast there tonight, sorry. But that was all very important stuff. So, you know, it just has to be done. That's great. Yes. Okay. Tally ho. Thanks for watching. See you later.